Have you ever walked into a room full of people and felt completely invisible? You see others laughing effortlessly, forming friendships without trying, while you're left wondering, what's wrong with me? Why does making friends seem natural for some people, but painfully difficult for others? The answer might have less to do with your personality and more to do with psychology. Before we begin, if you're interested in understanding human behavior, improving your social life, and discovering the hidden psychology behind everyday struggles, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. Let's get into it. 1. It's not about being unlikable. Many people who struggle to make friends believe they're boring, awkward, or simply not meant to connect with others. But psychology suggests something different. The inability to form friendships isn't usually caused by being unlikable. In fact, many people who have difficulty making friends are kind, intelligent, empathetic, and deeply caring. The real issue often lies in invisible psychological barriers. These barriers quietly influence how we think, behave, and interpret social situations. And most people don't even realize they're there. 2. The fear of rejection. One of the strongest psychological reasons people struggle socially is the fear of rejection. At some point in life, many people experience painful moments, being excluded, being laughed at, being betrayed by friends, feeling unwanted. The brain remembers these experiences, and because its primary job is survival, it tries to prevent future emotional pain. So instead of risking rejection, it encourages avoidance. You stop initiating conversations. You wait for others to approach first. You overanalyze every interaction. You assume silence means dislike. Ironically, the very strategies meant to protect you can create loneliness because friendships require vulnerability, and vulnerability always involves risk. 3. Overthinking every interaction. Have you ever replayed a conversation in your head hundreds of times? Maybe you asked yourself, did I sound stupid? Did they think I was weird? Why did I say that? This habit is called social rumination. People who overthink tend to monitor themselves constantly. Instead of enjoying conversations, they're busy evaluating their performance. Every pause becomes awkward. Every neutral expression feels negative. Every small mistake feels catastrophic. Meanwhile, other people often forget those moments within minutes. The harshest critic in the room is frequently the voice inside your own head. 4. Childhood shapes adult friendships. The way we connect with others often begins in childhood. If your emotional needs were met consistently, you may have learned that relationships are safe. But if you experience criticism, unpredictability, neglect, or emotional distance, you may have developed a different belief. You might unconsciously think, people won't understand me. I'll eventually be abandoned. I shouldn't depend on anyone. These beliefs can continue into adulthood without us noticing. You may crave connection while simultaneously pushing people away, wanting closeness, but fearing what comes with it. This internal conflict can make friendships incredibly difficult. 5. The perfectionism trap. Some people think they need to say the perfect thing. Be funny enough, interesting enough, confident enough, smart enough before they allow themselves to connect. But perfectionism creates impossible standards. You begin treating conversations like job interviews instead of human experiences. Friendships aren't built through flawless performances. They're built through authenticity. Awkward moments, shared laughter, inside jokes, misunderstandings, and showing up as a real person. People don't connect with perfection. They connect with humanity. 6. Loneliness changes the brain. Here's something surprising. Research suggests prolonged loneliness can alter how we interpret social situations. When people feel isolated for long periods, they become more sensitive to social threats. They may assume negative intentions more quickly. A delayed text reply feels personal. A distracted expression feels like rejection. An unanswered invitation confirms their worst fears. The brain enters a state of hypervigilance. It's constantly scanning for signs that it doesn't belong. This creates a painful cycle. Loneliness increases caution. Caution reduces opportunities for connection. Less connection leads to more loneliness. Breaking this cycle requires recognizing that your perceptions may not always reflect reality. 7. The myth of instant friendship. Social media has created unrealistic expectations. We see groups of friends laughing together, traveling together, celebrating milestones together. But we rarely witness how those friendships formed. Most meaningful relationships aren't instant, they're built slowly. Repeated interactions, small conversations, shared experiences, trust developing over time. Many people give up too soon because they mistake discomfort for incompatibility. The first few conversations may feel awkward. That's normal. Friendship isn't usually a lightning strike. It's often a slow growing fire. 8. Why some people feel like outsiders. Some individuals have always felt different. Maybe their interests were unusual, maybe they moved frequently, maybe they struggled with anxiety, maybe they never found their people. Over time, they develop an outsider identity. They begin to see themselves as someone who simply doesn't fit in. And identity is powerful because people often behave in ways that reinforce what they already believe about themselves. If you believe you don't belong, you may avoid situations where belonging could actually happen. Changing this narrative doesn't happen overnight, but it starts by questioning the story you've been telling yourself. What if being different doesn't make you unworthy of friendship? What if it simply means you haven't found the right environment yet? 9. What actually helps? So, what can people do if they struggle making friends? Start small. Initiate one conversation. Ask one question. Attend one event. Send one message. Don't aim for instant best friends. Aim for consistency. Practice self-compassion. Notice when your mind assumes rejection without evidence. Challenge those thoughts. Allow yourself to be imperfect. Most importantly, remember that social skills are skills, not fixed personality traits. Skills improve with practice. Connection becomes easier through repetition. The person who seems effortlessly social today may have once been terrified too. Conclusion. If you've struggled to make friends, it doesn't mean you're broken. It doesn't mean you're destined to be alone. It doesn't mean you're unlikable. Sometimes it means you've been protecting yourself for a very long time. And while those protective habits once served a purpose, they may no longer be helping you build the life you want. Friendship isn't reserved for a lucky few. It's a human need. And it's never too late to learn how to connect. If this video resonated with you, leave a comment sharing which part spoke to you the most. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who needs to hear it. Because understanding ourselves is often the first step toward understanding others. Thanks for watching.